I think that JTF is the perfect place to learn, grow, change, challenge yourself, and so much more.
Everyone is accepted, everyone is invited into JTF regardless of your race, ethnicity, whatever it may be. Your opinion is going to matter, your values are going to matter.
No idea is a bad idea, and that everyone deserves attention and help. In the beginning of the program, we observed a vast amount of populations, and coming to consensus was so difficult because we all wanted to help everybody.
And getting a better idea in general of communities in need, what they need to be supported, and how we can go about supporting those communities.
The guest speakers that came in and talked about our population that we had chosen, which was domestic violence. These people really gave me a new perspective on what being a victim of domestic violence is, and it was something that I really valued and I learned a lot.
It's broadened my thinking and made me look at a bunch and think about a bunch of things that I wasn't really thinking about and considering before.
How much of an impact you can still have while you're in high school. I think it's a very big misconception that maybe teens aren't as qualified, or as if you're a teen yourself, there's not much you can do, but I've seen the impact we can do in our local community and in the global Jewish community, and it's honestly astounding.
Before applying to JTF, I was a little nervous because I had never done a fundraising or leadership program like JTF.
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how many people were on it. I didn't know the type of environment it was going to be in. And then once I got there, I think that most of my nerves went away, and I just really took full advantage and really enjoyed the experience.
Before I applied, I felt a little nervous because I don't know anyone going into it, and as it being my first year, I didn't think there would be that many other freshmen.
I applied for my first time 2 years ago, and I think I was nervous because I really didn't know what to expect. But luckily, with the help of LC's and Rachel, the process was really seamless and easy. And if anyone ever had any questions, they could just ask someone who's been on the board for multiple years.
The worry went away after the first meeting because already I could tell that everyone was super welcoming and easy to talk to, and that it was going to be really fun to work with everyone.
I had a lot of friends who had done it the year before. But the thing I learned is that the reason JTF is so special is because each year and each board, they make it their own. So my experience in JTF this year has been very different than my friends last year, and I've really enjoyed it.
I originally chose JTF to kind of be able to give back to my community, but also through a Jewish lens and through Jewish values, which I think are really important.
Through JTF, I've learned so much about many Jewish values this year and how they can be applicable to my daily life going forward.
I got to meet a lot of people that are Jewish like me, and I made a lot of new friends, but also with doing that, I also gave back to people in need.
New things that I learned about myself, my Jewish identity, and how to be an upstanding citizen who makes a positive difference in the world.
Learning about giving back to the world in general, tikkun olam, just making the world a better place, was really important, and I found it really interesting, and so I said, hey, I want to join JTF and learn those really interesting things too.
Connect to my religion more because I feel like my values align with Judaism a lot, but connecting to it and actually making an effort to be a bigger part of it can sometimes be difficult.
Everyone's really accepting, that you're not going to be judged, and everyone just supports one another.
I loved the aspect of having all the decisions created by the teens, how we decide on the group that we focus on, where the money will go, and creating our own fundraisers. And I loved how teen-focused it was.
And you'll also be able to be a part of a new community and make so many new friends and create so many relationships that you'll be able to have forever.
It's brought me so much closer to my friends. It's allowed me to make new friendships. It's taught me a lot about public speaking, about leadership, about helping others.
I'm so happy that I joined because it is giving me exactly what I was looking for, which was a Jewish community, and especially coming from someone who doesn't have much of a Jewish community, especially at school. There is little to no Jews at my school, so I really wanted to find a group that I could relate to, and I have found that, and I'm so lucky, and I really enjoy being on JTF.
The money that we get all together
it just covers such a bigger amount of people and helps a lot more people in our specific population because we're doing it together and combining our efforts.
If someone was on the fence, I would tell them that you'll learn a lot and meet a lot of great people and interesting people along the process.
It's a fulfilling process that you come out of feeling that you made an impact, that you made a difference. And that's a feeling that's one of the greatest feelings in the world, that you made a difference in someone else's life.
It was just a really amazing experience to be able to be like, wow, like I can see my change right there. Like I can see our work like on our Mighty Cause pages. I can see my letter. I can see my dedication, and I can see that it's actually doing things.
I was going to make sure that money was going to have an impact on the world and a positive impact on the world.
At the end of the day, if you're trying to do a good thing, then there's no point in arguing about how to get there. It's better to just get there.
So I'm really proud of what I've done, what the board has done, and it's definitely something that I know I'll want to continue doing in my future as I go off to college and as I enter the real world.
I learned that because I was kind of nervous at first, maybe like intimidated, but once you talk and you explain what you think, people are going to listen.
I took away networking skills, fundraising skills, like greater confidence, just knowing that people, like in general, they want to help.
One of the most fun activities I participated in was throwing a poker party along with my other friend on the board for a fundraiser. We worked hard to plan the party and it ended up being a great success.
Also, for the application process, I think it's just important to be yourself and try your best with everything you do.
I've learned that it is so important to have an open mind and be willing to learn in the process.
We learned so many useful skills for fundraising, and we practiced asking for money so many times. And when it came time to actually do the fundraising and ask for donations, it was really surprisingly easy.
JTF, I'm very grateful for how it's shaped me as a person and allowed me to grow in my 4 years of high school.